So I think we live.
Yeah, say we live.
Uh, let's see. So we should be on YouTube right now, right?
Yep.
Let's see. I don't think we on the TDR though. Nope, I don't think we on the TDR. We ain't made it that far yet.
We ain't made it to the big dance.
Nah, we still small time.
Being a small time is okay, man.
Hey, you got to start
They
somewhere.
go right. We gonna figure out how to get to the big dance.
Hey, speaking of
But
starting
where
somewhere.
would you where would you like to start, sir? I mean, can you introduce the pod first?
Hey, kickboxing. It's the first show on kickboxing. This is the sneaker pod for the sneaker heads. Um,
What?
I am kicking shit on Instagram. I also got a Twitch called kick underscore crazy. Um, been a sneakerhead since 2021 around the pandemic, thanks to this guy right here, who I'm gonna introduce next, the Pod God Juan. Pod
I'm
God.
the pod guy. A lot of people really blaming me that they in the shoes now, and I don't think that's right. Don't
It's
blame me.
definitely your fault. Definitely your fault. I remember the first shoe I went for, Cherry Twist 12s, and I did not hit on the sneaker wrap, and I immediately went to StockX, which was the plan when I was young in the game, but now that I've been around for a couple years.
Right, like we get to see I think we're watching the evolution of sneakers. You get to see what sit and what don't sit, and now you can kind of call it.
It get crazy at times. It get crazy at times. A lot of hype beasts out there.
So, what makes you a sneakerhead? Like the term, because I feel like a lot of people are not sneakerheads. I feel like a lot of people just I feel like a lot of niggas got a closet full of Jordans and be like, I'm a sneakerhead.
Right, right. It's a certain part of it for me. So for me, I call myself a sneakerhead because it's the and I remember talking to you about this before. It's the nostalgic part of it. Remembering where you was when that shoe came out. Now, granted, a lot of these shoes came out like the ones, the twos, the threes came out before my time, but fours and up, I was right there. Maybe five, six, I was right there. I remember getting a pair of Carmines from JCPenney Outlet back in the day.
Yo,
It was crazy.
that's crazy.
It was
The
wild.
Jay Z, the JC Penny outlet. That's
Wow.
crazy.
That's back when it wasn't like it is now, for sure. Think about right now if you found a pair of Jordans at JCPenney Outlet.
They're Mexican Jordans
But you
for
know what
sure.
they do see people find them at like thrift spots, but they be restorating them. But it ain't the same as getting like that's like getting a pair of sixes from Burlington or Ross right now. You know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
I'll be watching people on TikTok now. It's some people that be finding some gems at Ross.
Which I believe is ignorance, not knowing what they got. I wouldn't like okay. When you got your shoes that come out, you got the best pairs that go to your finish lines, your Foot Lockers, your big stores. Then you have like B grades that go to the outlet. What grade do you have to be to get pushed to Ross or Burlington? Like, what is your grade as far as a shoe to go there?
You know what? I don't even think it's about B grades no more. I think it's just a lot of shit out here. Think about it right now. The Toro sixes just dropped. It's so many pairs of Jordans coming out that drop was a Wednesday.
And then it's some come out Saturday,
Right, is what I'm saying. Because I think the Laney 14s is what come out
which
Saturday.
you have a reservation for it.
Do you have FOMO? That's the name of this first episode.
Yeah,
We're gonna call it FOMO.
by the way. And if I hit,
Sneaker
yeah,
sneaker FOMO is crazy.
hey, it's a sad world we live in that you gotta have something. You gotta be able to live through that. Like, oh, I got my reservations in. Oh, I hit. let me confirm. It's just that adrenaline rush that make me just keep doing it for shoes that I don't even want.
Right. Cause like, and I just saw a post on Instagram, but it was from a guy I found on TikTok. It was just like, how many variations of a black and red shoe are we really gonna buy? Like as a sneakerhead, like especially if you've been at it for a year, you definitely bought the same pair of shoes at least 5, 6 times.
Now, you know, black and red shoes counts as the OGs, right? So I can't.
No, it doesn't.
Why not?
An OG.
Bread.
And
What's the
that's
bread?
another thing that I keep seeing on it. I think people one don't know the term sneakerhead, and people also do not understand the term OG. OG to me, this is just what it means to me,
Mhm.
is an original.
Right.
So certain colorways are OG because Jordan either played in it
Facts.
or it came out around that time when Jordan was still associated with the NBA.
Facts.
Because like there are a lot of tens and nines that were produced and Jordan wasn't even in the league.
Right.
So like there's a blue, black, and white pair because he did the City Pack way back in the day before they redid the City Pack. And
Right.
a lot of people think the City Pack was just with the Charlotte. I think there's more Chicago's, but no, like there was a New York pair back in like '95. There's an Orlando pair, and there's a Sacramento pair. So there's
Right.
purple, black, and white, blue and black and white, and then it's like orange, black, and white, or some shit like that for the Knicks. But yeah, it's like people be just throwing out the term OG, and I'm like, fam, that you cannot call a re-release of a re-release an OG.
But you said, are we tired of the black and red colorway? Is the bread colorway not a black and red colorway? Does he not have damn near every shoe in a bread colorway? Now that's why I said the bread colorway I can live with, but all these different foolish variations of it, like they had the black and white 85 highs that came out like early last year, and now next year they doing like the reverse. Like, stop that. Stop that.
Oh, oh,
That,
the Panda Jordan, the Panda ones, because
that
that's exactly what it looked like. It's a panda.
terrible.
It's
And,
a
and the
panda
mid
shoe.
mid has so many alternate bread reverse colorways that is sickening. So now I don't like the black or red colorway on ones because that shoe is definitely oversaturated with several million variations of red and black. Because you got the lows, the mids, and the highs, and you got the reverse. You got the red toe, black toe, silver toe, all type of toes with black and
Big
red,
toes.
and it's like I'm sick of it. But you gotta have a bread colorway. Every shoe gotta have a bread colorway. Got to.
Okay, that's okay. So, like we just said, Toro Sixes dropped on a Wednesday. If you're gonna give me a bread colorway, you should just drop. Why can't we? Oh, why can't we
Why couldn't we
retro
get bread?
infrared sixes?
Exactly. Or why couldn't we get
20,
the infrared?
2020 was it? No, it's 2021. Reverse flu games. Why you didn't just give us some flu game 12?
It's the variations. Because he got a bread colorway, and that's what I'm saying. Like, give me what I want. Don't give me a
What
reverse
you think we like?
anything.
Because that shoe was terrible.
Yeah, and if you got that shoe, you are a terrible person because almost don't count. But I do got a confession. We did buy royalty 12s, which is almost a taxi. But
Yeah,
I
I
still
see a
like the
lot of
shoe.
people.
I
I see
still,
a lot of people hating on this shoe, and I'm like, I like this shoe.
yeah, I
I
definitely like the
accepted
gold.
that it's not a taxi.
Yeah, like I did get those. So.
Oh, I love my royalty 12s because I'm the kind of sneakerhead that I'll be like, you know what? It's gonna be a long. Like I feel like they know certain shoes that we want, and they try to sneak it out. And get, like the Christmas shoe this year is Jordan 11, which it usually always is, and it's the DMP Jordan 11.
It's
Now
the
this is a clean shoe,
but it's the step brother.
but not a Concord. Why
Yeah.
not just give us a Concord?
No, because we're gonna look when we said this a long time ago, we gonna get whatever they put out because whether it's the same thing or close to it, we're gonna get it because we just have to.
Right,
Whether it's
as
Concord or not,
some shoes you just gotta buy.
it's close enough to the Concord to where I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna get those. Those are must cop. They look too much like the Concords. And that's
Yeah,
where our mind's at right now. It looked too much like what we want. So I take it.
and then it's one of those you have a FOMO moment because you're like, I really want Concord,
It's
but they
holiday.
not coming out with Concord, and then it's like if I don't buy it and I pass on it, I'm gonna want it anyway. Then I'm gonna have to spend I'm gonna have to spend markup because I doubt those are gonna sit.
Yeah.
So you got some shoes you just got to get on it when you get on it.
But you know what? The shoe won't sit, but they'll do 1,000 restocks on it. Cause no, I don't think since I've been and I started with the cool gray 11s as the holiday shoe, and last year was the cherry 11s. They have restocked and restocked both of those holiday shoes several times. So I think they make enough pairs of those to where everybody can get some eventually.
Yeah, yeah. I like. You know what Jordan ain't did yet, or maybe I just ain't been paying attention to it. But there's no more of the. Do they still do the stocks on the sneakers app?
The last time they did a restock, it was for like Red Thunder fours or something. It was some off brand ass shit, but it was decent. But the thing is, FOMO, FOMO, fear of missing out. You gotta get something because they're releasing something because they've left you high and dry for so long. Like, oh, don't nothing really come out in 2 weeks. Oh, let's throw a shock drop in there. Let's throw some Red Thunders in there. Let's throw some Bordeaux ones. Let's throw some Chicago twos and some Cardinal threes. Somebody's gonna get something. There's something in there for everybody, whether they want it or not. Just like the lost and found ones, 500K pairs. They said it's been like 4 or 5 restocks on them since they came out the end of last year or the beginning of this year. Either way, it's been about 4 or 5 restocks on them.
Did you get a pair of yellow? Was it Yellow Thunders?
Yes, I did. I did
You
get
got a
those.
pair of those?
I did
I
get
heard those is sitting.
now something you may not know. Those are similar to the quality. The quality on those, the quality on those are similar to the issue that they had with the Red Thunders, where on the kids pairs there's glue and it's just slapped together. So
Who is not checking shoes? Like
I am checking my shoes before I
I'm
leave the store every time. I refuse to do ship to me for that particular reason. I don't want to get something and it be bad and I try to send it back and they just refund me my money and sell it to somebody else because they have no more pairs. Let me pick mine up from the store. Let me verify them. If that store has a bad quality, I'm just good on that pair. I'll catch it on a restock. And lately this year, nothing's been sold out because it's been dry since Reimagine threes. Now, granted, they got the hype beast SB4s and the Travis Scotts and all that, but
hey, them SB4s is clean though.
they just did, matter of fact, they just did exclusive access on those today. But you know who didn't hit? Everybody. Because that's how sneaker work for everybody. Nobody ever hits on sneakers app. It's like 6 degrees of the Nike CEO is the only people that hit
Man,
sneakers app. Nobody else. You got to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that on sneakers app.
Have you? What are your thoughts about the? I guess the spring lineup of 2024 as far as Jordan Brand goes.
I feel like those ones. Let's let's ones need a vacation. They're just slapping anything on ones and releasing it. Now those I want to say they're like kind of like midnight navy threes. They
I
like
saw those. I
blue.
saw those.
Those are nice. Those are nice. I'll have to see those again in person, like on Instagram or something. I have to see those again. But right now, those are a go for me. Um, of course, the UNC nines are a must cop. Of course,
Powder blue joints. Yeah.
yeah, of course, those are a must cop. Those 17s, the Yellow Thunder 17s, I think it's like the 17 low or something like that. I think they're supposed to be.
Those are those. Just because we don't see 17s often, I might grab those.
Yeah,
That
I
look like that would be a nice summer shoe.
think those
I'll grab those.
13s.
Pass.
As much as I love 13s, I'm actually more I like 13s, but that's just too much. Now those sixes, on the other hand, those if because my thing is with those, I feel like those are just like a mock up, and they're gonna change them to make them even more horrible in some kind of way. Um, but the way they stand right now, if nothing's coming out and I get FOMO, I will get those. Um, what else did they have? Oh,
Uh,
14s, the cool gray 14s.
yes, I
If,
like those. Those gray 14s.
yes.
Those are cop. That's a
Now,
cop.
if I know Jordan Brand, I feel like the toe and the toe should be
Yeah.
swayed. Similar to the last shots, how the toe was swayed, and then around the back of the shoe was swayed, and then the sides were leather, and then the two back panels were leather. I feel like they should do them like that, but I feel like Jordan Brand is going to do something to piss us off and change that colorway to where it's terrible. They
I
may
feel like
make
we're gonna
the
get an
whole
all
shoe
suede shoe.
suede, or they may make the whole shoe leather, but some kind of way they're
Yeah,
gonna
I feel like we're gonna get an all
put
suede
it
shoe.
down.
All suede. I'm
Yeah,
calling it right now. All
yeah.
suede. Those 14s will
They
be all
may, they
suede.
may, you know what? They may make it like the Ferrari 14s and just take everything off and just make it an all gray shoe, which would hurt my feelings to the core, and that would be a hard pass on those.
But the two best shoes that I think from the entire line that I saw,
I know
I
exactly.
like the fives. Now, I saw a mock-up picture of the Lucky Green fives with a black tongue.
Instead of the 3M,
Right. It was a black. I think it's still 3M, but it's black.
also,
But there are pictures out here on the internet with the Lucky Greens, but has a black tongue instead of the silver 3M.
that that
I
that
the
that may be the difference. That may be the difference between I might get those and I gotta get those. If they keep that tongue black,
That's a must cop if the tongue is black.
yeah,
The tongue is still, I want them because I like them like that. Very simplistic person when it comes to like the color blocking.
right,
Because if you think about it, them look just like the Concord
exactly,
five. Is just we switching out the purple for some green.
exactly.
But I think it's still a clean shoe. I like those, and I also like those suede green
Oh,
fives
the
with the
olive,
little hints. Right, the little hints. I think it was orange in there, but them are nice too.
yeah. It all depends on how they do the suede though. I hate how Jordan Brand fucks their suede up. The best suede that I've seen on the shoe so far is the Georgetown sixes.
I was just gonna say, like, aren't the Georgetown Sixes
Those by
suede?
far are the best I want to say suede or nubuck. I want whatever, whichever one it is. Those
New, they
are
will call it new buck.
best.
New buck for the sneakerheads. This new buck.
Those are the best nubuck as far as quality. And I want to come back to the Toro Sixes because I actually did grab those, and it has the Raging Bull 5 nubuck on there, which is like a nappy nubuck, and I hate it. I
You
hate them.
get one good wear out of those, you sell them.
I hate them. I hate them. I FOMO, man. And
You gotta relax, bro.
because nothing,
I
nothing.
feel you on that. When there's a gap in shoe drops that you like, you start buying stuff you really don't want. That's how I ended up with the Sapphire 7.
But hey, I only wore them one time.
Bam! The one time they still ain't the one time. One wear.
Once. Well, at least see, we get FOMO, but we don't get FOMO to the point where we're like, "Oh, I'm finna grab them Afrobeat sevens." We don't get FOMO like that, but
No.
we'll get to a point where it's like, man, I gotta get something, but I won't get Afrobeat
That's
seven.
how that's how I ended up with the Oreo fives, the black and white fives, because it was it was it was a it was a restock, and I was
Like I
like, I
said,
ain't bought nothing in a minute. Let me
exactly.
grab them.
They gave us mediocre, and we took what we could because we didn't have nothing. We were hungry.
Actually, I'm gonna get somebody to paint them for me.
How you gonna pay?
I don't I don't know what I'm gonna do to them, but I'm gonna have somebody do something special to them. Cause I feel like just that black and white shoe, just the way it looked, I never wear it. And it's not a bad looking shoe. It's just I feel like I'm gonna never wear it.
How many times have you worn yours?
My black and white Oreo fives,
Uh-huh.
none. Still laced up with the lace lock and everything. They ain't touched no concrete yet.
I wore mine twice. I honestly don't even know like where it's at right now. Like it's buried. I got
What's a colorway that you would like to see them bring back?
a colorway. You know what?
Like a silhouette and a colorway that ain't been like retro yet.
You know I gotta go with the tens. I don't see the 10 silhouette too often, and I'm gonna go with the double nickel tens because I had that shoe. I think the last time it dropped, it was back in like
You
2000.
you love black and red
Yes.
because that's a white, black and red shoe.
Yeah. The
I can
Chicago
tolerate that.
Bulls. So I'm saying every shoe is gonna have a black and red shoe, but it's the multiple variations that kill me. Like if they took the 10 and did like a camouflage variation of it with black and red, I would hate it. But if you give me the double nickel tens, I would love it. So I will have to go with the tens because we don't get tens too often. And I would love to see a 10 retro here soon. I mean, we're getting eights. So
Oh yeah, playoff eights coming soon.
remember, it's
Yeah.
been dry. It's been dry lately.
Yeah, see that was my focus this year. I was like, after seeing
Oh,
all the releases, I was like, I just wanted all the OGs that was coming back.
but you didn't get to reimagine threes though. Those are OG.
I don't wear threes. I probably should start, but I do not wear threes. And
I'm
it's nothing against threes. It's just I feel like most
you feel
people's
like
favorite,
overhyped.
most people's favorite silhouette of Jordan is usually something that they got to watch Jordan play.
Yeah, if you like anything low end Jordan, you a hype beast. Like if your favorite silhouette like 1, 2, 3, and you like a teenager, early 20s, you a
Yeah,
hype. You don't even know like how it really was when them shoes came out. Like you a hype beast. Now me, I was around for what sevens. I remember Raptor sevens. I remember the Carmine sixes. I remember those. So it's like, oh, my favorite silhouette is the three. It's because you got on YouTube and saw highlights of what was going on in the threes. So, but when he come back, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna see what's his next cop because he trying to switch over. So we don't only talk about Jordans. We talk about sneakers. Period. Jordans is just the main thing that we really cop. I mean, I got a few Yeezys, but Yeezy. Matter of fact, while I'm talking about that, May 31st, the on the Adidas Confirm app, they are re-releasing Yeezys that they could not sell, and some of the donations is going to whatever. I ain't gonna get into all that, bro.
You call Jazz upstairs. You would call me if I was
Yeezys,
downstairs.
I want to say, is probably one of the most comfortable shoes that I've got in a while, and I want to at least grab a pair before it's all said and done for retail because I really don't like paying resale, and I don't condone paying resale. I like to do the leg work and get mine for retail. So I might go for oops, I might go for like the 700s or something. Because if you're going to confirm app, it's probably like it's a few slides, it's some phone runners and everything like that. But that's for Yeezy fan. But phone
You,
posits,
you know I do not own a pair of Yeezys.
get to on a pair of phone posits, and those are coming back this year. I missed the black and white ones. I missed them. They were on the sneakers app. I want to say it was the flight posits. It was maybe about a couple months ago.
Those were the penny PEs.
Yeah, I missed those. I missed
Yeah,
those. I actually wanted those. Um, I haven't heard of no restock, or I haven't seen them in like our resale stores local. I haven't checked StockX because I don't want to
no,
pay
they
resale
they're
price
still they're still in the sneakers app.
for real. Because I mean, I
Yeah,
ain't checked. I'm
I
at to
just looked.
have to check.
I
If
was
you got
looking.
the link, you got to send that because
Yeah,
I've never had a pair of phone posits.
the price point on phone posits be so crazy though.
It's only 230.
I know, and I guess we pay
You
two
yeah,
two.
you pay, you pulled the trigger on some shoes that was more than 230.
That's a fact. I definitely spent like three
Yeah,
hundred on some jackets.
and you didn't think twice.
Not at all.
You didn't think twice.
Nah, that's a for sure though. Uh, so speaking of the phone posit, next year's releases are even better than what we're getting this year. This year we got the penny PEs, which are the white and Orlando blue ones. We get the metallic reds, which I think is closer to like back to school. But next year, eggplants and galaxies. What you think?
I see because I, I wasn't really into phone posits, but I seen the craze of them. I do got a lot of sneaker stuff on my YouTube, so I did see how hype it was. When they had the Galaxy release, they had the news, and everybody was out there waiting in line. So I'm kind of anxious to see if that hype will come back for phone posits. Because right now I'm not seeing the craze for them. That's why I'm gonna check StockX to see how much them PPEs is because it's not too much of a hype for phone posits, and I probably can get them for the low right now, just to have a pair and say, okay, now I know how they fit. So going forward, I know what I need to go for in the raffles or sneakers. That's what I need to do. I need to get a pair so I can figure out how the sizing go.
Right. I was talking to moms and I was like, this is probably the one time I wish my baby sister could speak. a complete sentence to me and talk to me.
Tell you how they
Bec-
fit.
because she buys Baby K a lot of Baby
Oh,
K probably got about 6, 7 pair of phone posits.
yeah.
And K has a fat foot, much like me. I got a fat foot. So I mean, mom said they're comfortable, but I'm like, I got a fat foot though, so I don't really know. Maybe
You go that
if
half
it
size or full size.
right, right. So like they don't really make 13 and a half. So like I would have to go full size up and get a 14.
Ooh, and that
But
could be
it's like,
dangerous. That could be
right.
dangerous.
But from what I've actually like, there's like foam posits. They say it's more like a foam or form fitting shoe, from what I've heard. So
That's
like
what
it should
I heard that too.
it
Because I
should it
heard a
should
lot of
mold
people.
your foot.
Yeah, because I heard a lot of people that that have worn foam posits and then they let somebody else wear them. It doesn't fit the same, and it never fits the same. So I feel like if you're the one that buy the foam posits and you wear them as much as you do or much as you want to where it actually fits your feet, it will always fit your feet and never fit anyone else's.
Yeah. So, but like you were saying earlier, I never owned a pair of foam posits. So that I'm excited for because it's a shoe that it's like I've always wanted, but just never really went out to go buy it.
And that the way that cherry red shine on them ones.
Yeah. I'm actually hoping that probably not next year, but maybe I'm holding out for hope. But I hope they announce that we'll get the polar pink foam posits.
Ooh,
Cause see, they brought them back. They snuck them out, but they
I
only made them in
in
kid size.
GS and GS. I saw that
Yeah,
on.
they're
Yeah,
only grade school size. So I'm like, they snuck them out. Maybe they're putting a little filler. Like, nah, we want them back, man. So
you know what they got to do to bring the craze back? They should have flooded the streets with the top five, sprinkle some bullshit in like Jordan Brand do, hit us with another one, and to get us okay now they on
yeah,
track. Now we just
yeah,
grabbing whatever and just slap whatever on there. Then they do the flight posits. Then they do the Tim Duncans. Bring back the whole positive
yo,
phase.
Ni- Nike got so much stuff in the vault that
They
they
don't have to make
just
nothing new.
right. Like you could really just eat for a good couple years off just retro re-releases.
And they getting over on these colorways. They
Because
getting over.
it's not even Jordans that a lot of people want. Like we want more Barkleys. Barkley got a positive. It's a Barkley positive out here.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
we want more Barkleys. We want more Ken Griffeys.
GPs.
Uh yeah,
It's
the zip up with
the
the strap.
Boeings. I want the Boeings. Bring the Boeings back.
You want
I
Nike Shock to come back?
want the Boeings. Bring
I,
we were
I
going
don't
crazy for the Boeings.
yo, that's nasty though. I don't think we
Hey,
getting
well,
shocks. I
hey,
don't think we getting
wow,
shocks off.
you wild.
Now we can't you
Going
can't
crazy
drip
for the
shock.
Boeings is wild.
Pause. That's extra pause. I was trying to let it go. I was trying to let it go. I'm trying to let it slide.
Yo, going crazy for the Boeings is wild.
What else is in the vault that should come back? Deion Sanders got a nice shoot. I think that should come
Yeah,
back. The
yeah.
Diamond Turf.
It's a lot.
Who else? Jason Kidd. Nike
Gary
shoe was
Payton.
dope.
The Gary Paytons.
Yeah, Gary Payton, Jason Kidd had a nice. Remember when Nike just had like a team shoe? Like there was one silhouette for Nike basketball,
And they did it
and,
in every single colorway. I remember
and
the in the old East Bay books, they used to have the one shoe and they had like 30 different color straps.
yeah, I remember
Like,
those. I
yeah,
remember those.
they used to do
See,
stuff like that.
I feel like Nike, like just basketball and basketball shoes. I feel like they don't even. It's not a thing anymore. Like it used to be like a perfect fit. Like there was Jordan, and then remember Team Jordan. So they were
Yeah.
like not the actual Team Jordans. Them shoes were trash. Some of them was. There's a few of them. It was like
It's a few. The ones that Ray Allen wore were fire.
when it was like the whole shoe was one color, then there was
It
just that
looked it
small
looked
piece of
like the
white.
playoff 12.
Yes,
Those
those
were
was
fire.
tight.
The
Those
Eddie
was tight.
Jones shits, trash. The Eddie Jones,
I
trash.
feel like nobody is like with Jordan Brand, no player has ever had a good signature shoe that wasn't a retro.
No Jordan Brand player has ever had a fire shoe ever.
And I understand why Ray
Tim
Allen.
Bakers were,
I completely understand why Ray Allen only wore PEs
yeah.
because
That's
he
the
was
only
like,
time Jordan respects you is when you get a PE of his shoe. That's why everybody under Jordan Brand had a PE because their shoe. Well, I take that back. Those one mellows that look like the fives were
I,
probably to me were probably the best mellows. I know a lot of people
yeah,
probably say the
I
twos.
just I just
Those,
seen somebody say that. Somebody said that. They was like, this is probably the best mellow shoe as a Jordan Brand athlete.
Chris Paul, terrible.
Trash. Jason Tatum, trash. Zion Williamson, trash.
Who
Lucas shoe,
designing these?
trash.
Who's? I got a question for you. I got a question for you. Where do you think Jordan Brand is going to find their next Tinker Hatfield that can make iconic silhouettes like he did for Jordan for these other players? Because there is a Tinker Hatfield out here somewhere. I think that's the name. The guy that was doing all. I think that's his last
Yeah,
name.
Tinker Hatfield. Yeah, that's it.
There's gotta be the way social media is set up. There's gotta be somebody that is the next Tinker Hatfield that's gonna design the next set of iconic shoes because it's definitely not LeBron. Whoever designs LeBron shoes, uh,
You know what? Honestly,
no player signature shoe is worth it right now.
honestly, bro, I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're ever gonna get another run like Jordan. I don't think anybody has a shoe line that that could just. I mean, Jordan then kind of backslid, but his first 17 shoes pretty solid.
Yeah. So do you think we'll get another player that's that iconic before we get another shoe that's that iconic? Will there be another Jordan before there'll be another Jordan, basically Jordan shoe, Jordan type
I'm.
of shoe?
I feel like. I feel like the main players that like get like all these different types of shoes, and you also got to look at what people are using shoes for. Like I see, like I'm like Jordan shoe to me has transcended from being an on the court shoe to a lifestyle shoe.
Yeah.
Like the first 14 are not lifestyle shoes. You wear
Definitely going
those
for
with an
basketball.
outfit. Yeah, you're not hooping in those. Like if I go buy a pair of J's now, it's not the hooping. Even
They
though
all
the
purpose.
shoe,
They all
right,
purpose.
even though the shoe is built to go hooping, I'm
They
not
all
hooping in my
purpose
J's. My J's are for style.
for
But I feel
style.
like
People
when
wearing
you
for weddings. They
when
all
you
they
look
all
at
purpose too.
and then like when you look at like the first 11 Kobe's, it's like it's only like maybe two or three silhouettes that Kobe got that you be like, all right, this is a lifestyle shoe. Like I could rock these with a fit. Other
Yeah.
than that, Kobe shoes are hooping shoes. Like you gonna wear Kobe's to hooping. LeBron James got a few shoes that you be like, all right, I could get this off of the outfit. But other than that, his shoes are hoop shoes. Like the ones that people go crazy over are usually the lifestyle, the shoes you can wear lifestyle with. Like when people talk about LeBron and the shoes that you could bust with a fit, it's usually like the nines or the eights, and
Yeah.
it's a specific colorway that people like.
Yeah.
Like I like the LeBron 17. It's a nice shoe, and you can hoop in it, or you can rock it with a fit.
Would you ever buy some LeBrons though?
Would I ever buy some
Will you
LeBron?
will you will you fill out a reservation for some LeBrons? Will you go
Not
on StockX for some LeBrons?
not none of his like shit coming out now. Like for me to buy a pair of LeBrons, we got to bring back like the nine silhouette, or we got to bring back the eight silhouette. Like I I never really wanted a pair of LeBron.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, like I just never really wanted a pair.
It ain't that for me. Like it don't do that for me. Like Even though
Right,
I've
like
been seen the whole journey, it just don't do. It ain't got the same as
like it
a pair of Jordan.
again, it just be some shoes that you feel like you should cop, and then it just be some shoes that, like you said, just don't do it for me. Like I bought a pair of Giannis.
Oh yeah. I remember that. I remember that.
I got a pair of the Zoom Freak 3. I wore them a few times. I mostly bought them because Giannis brought a championship to the city. The
Right,
color was nice, so I
right.
bought it. I do not own another pair of Giannis. It's not that it's a bad shoe. It's just like when you look at the colorways, or you just look at the way the shoe was made, the silhouette is like that don't really do it for me.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't jump on the whole Yeezy like.
And I was just talking about that. The whole the Yeezy wave.
Yeah, I didn't jump on the wave. Like, but some of his shoes are tight. Like the little sock joints, some of them are nice. I just
Hey,
don't do it for me.
get you a pair of 350s that'll change your life.
What's the one that actually look like a sneaker though? Those are 700s.
It depends. He got
Okay, so
on the seven. Yeah.
it's not the low top that look like a sock.
So
It's
you're not
like
talking about the 350s
no,
because
not the 350.
he got 500s that look like
It's
a shoe. They look like the what's them shoes Kobe had, the crazy eights. Those
yeah,
are
it
500.
might be those that actually look like you could hoop in.
Yeah, then he got like the 700 V1, which I think is like the wave runner type, and then he got like the 700 V2 that's like it's like a beehive looking. I don't know. I can't explain it, but he got the V2. So it's
The one that looked like a normal like hoop, like you could hoop in these, I
yeah.
would get those because
Okay.
those come in like some nice colors. I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
the original color is like a tan, blue, orange. It's got like maybe like a tan midsole.
Yeah. I think that might be the 500. I think I got the stone ones.
But he got some that's like a pirate black, and they just all black.
Yeah,
But
them,
it's got
them
like,
the V1 350s. Them supposed to come out again May 31st.
see, I will bust those. Like
They're gonna be
that Yeezy is what is like I could wear that. But the sock one or the high boot joint, like
yeah. I had to realize that the 350s was the best ones by trial and error because I grabbed a couple. Nothing much to do on sneakers. I mean, yeah, sneakers.
I like your slides too.
Confirm. Yeah.
I wear slides.
Once I hit for those foam runners, I'm like I'm done with Yeezy because it took me 2 years to hit for some foam runners. I'm not paying resale on them. I'm not paying $200-300 for no $80 $70 slide or sandal. I actually still got a size 12 DS slides that I've never worn before. They're not even my size. They were
Why do
sitting
you
in
have
finish
them?
line. They were sitting in finish line, and I'm like, "Y'all got these in the back?" They're like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Trade bait. Let me grab them." So
And have you traded
I
them?
still got a 12 right now, and I never.
Right, right. You like trade bait. Ain't traded them. Ain't did nothing with them.
I might need to stock up for my grill.
What is your grail sneaker? Like, what is the shoe that you want, but it's a little pricey?
You could probably guess what it is. You already know it's a bread colorway.
Is the bread 11?
Of course, I gotta give me a.
Ooh,
I
he dropped those
get
again.
there.
Yo, he gonna set the world on fire.
I have to get me a pair,
I feel like
even if I never wear them. I just
I,
gotta have them.
I feel like those, like it's certain Jordans that I don't know if they realize that it's like we should probably produce these in mass quantity.
That's probably one of them.
Like that's the one I think them Cherry 12s need to be produced in mass quantities. Cause I feel like that's gonna bring the OGs out. Them Cherry 12s gonna bring out the niggas who ain't bought a pair of shoes in like 3-4 years, but them like, they bringing these back. I remember when I had these on the original day.
But hey, it might get OG syndrome. We thought the same thing with the playoff 13s. We thought everybody wanted them. We thought they was gonna sell out.
That's true though, because them
They
playoff
did not.
13, they.
They did
But
not.
again, I feel like just Jordan Brand is really like I like that they're oversaturating the market, so a lot of stuff do sit. Because like we said earlier, when you really look at it, it's probably like 3 to 4 Jordan releases in a week.
Yeah.
Like it's not even letting you get to Saturday now. It's like, well, should we gonna drop this on
Yeah.
Wednesday? Then we gonna make exclusive access so you can only get this on this site. So if you don't even know about it, you're not even getting this release. It is absolutely crazy. I also want Jordan Brand to stop with. I ain't gonna necessarily say stop, but they gotta scale it back with these collabs because a lot of people they collabing with don't need a sneaker.
Who? Okay, we talk about collabs. All right. Who? I already know who I'm finna say shouldn't collab. I really didn't like this last run. I feel like the other runs was overhyped.
Is Travis Scott
Who?
dead?
You said who now?
Is the Travis Scott era dead in Jordan Brand?
Travis Scott is still hype. They still hype beats over that. But I don't want to see another DJ Khaled collab.
Ooh, you not wrong.
I've said it.
You,
I've said it. I'm tired
I
of the
don't.
DJ Khaled collabs.
I just don't.
It would have been a nice GR colorway, the orange ones that came out, and
Yeah,
the
them
color
was
ones, those that
them was
three
nice.
would have been a lovely GR release. But a collab, we got to do better than that. We have to do better than that.
Yeah, that'd have been a decent
We
$200
have to do
shoe.
better.
But you want me to pay extra $25 because his name DJ Khaled?
Yeah, we have to do better than that. We have to. We have to. Travis Scott, he may kill him. Like he may kill his whole brand. Did you see those threes with the backwards Nike sign that's supposed to be dropping? That
Nah, I didn't
we're
see
doing?
that. See,
Did you see
Travis Scott.
the seven mock up?
Travis Scott has a nice niche of a lane. Like he should stay within like
The ones.
ones.
That's it. And the
The
four.
sixes
Ones
wasn't
and the four.
bad with the socket.
Yes. Oh, what he got now, he should stick with that and come out with more colorways. But if he's trying to dip into the threes and the sevens market with the backwards Nike sign, I'm gonna have to respectfully decline.
With the backwards Nike sign.
I got to respectfully decline. Now the
I'm so
one
sick of the backwards. Can we give Dennis Rodman? That's
we
another
have
shoe
to
that
give
should come
Dennis
back.
Rodman his flowers. He started that. We have to.
I would like for the shit. What's the name of that shoe? I think it's the Indestruct.
Yeah.
That should come back.
But you know why they probably not gonna bring those back? Because it's gonna expose the
Travis,
Travis market. I mean Travis Scott backwards Nike sign market. We
well,
all
he gotta know he
real
wasn't the first
OGs know
one.
where that came from.
Right, he gotta know he wasn't the first one with the backwards Nike chat.
Yeah,
If he don't know that, he tripping.
yeah. And he don't remember he came out with them Air Trainer ones Travis Scott did. They never sold the Max Trainer ones with the backwards Nike sign. Those are terrible.
What is it? Oh man,
Those are terrible.
terrible. That hey, you know what they should just start selling? Start selling dookies with the.
Backwards Nike
Didn't they
sign?
used to sell it? No, hell no! Don't do that. Do not do that to a classic Air Force One. You will not turn the swoosh backwards on some dookies. Not at all. And if Travis Scott do that, he banned here.
Hey,
But no, like you know what I do like though that they sneaking out. I'm not comfortable with paying $150 for a pair of Air Force One, but I like the fact that they coming back with the color joint. Like I remember when I was a kid and I was broke and wasn't nobody buying me shoes like that. They
mhm.
had the Air Force Ones and then they came in all colors. And it was so basic but so cold. It was like it's a white and then red swoosh.
I think, yeah,
White,
yeah.
yellow swoosh,
Going back
white,
to that.
orange
Yeah,
swoosh. Like,
we're going
yeah,
back to that. But
I
did
don't like
you? And
I don't like how that Nike sign look on the back of the shoe, but that's another fight for another day.
but another thing they doing is, I remember when the jewel collection started coming out, where they started making the swoosh was jeweled, the little
Oh, the
gold.
little small one?
They starting to do that again, and it's bringing us older guys that was like the 9-9 in the 2000. Basically, that's the dookie you had. You either had the bubble, the jewel swoosh, or you had the gummy bottom. Whether you had the clear gummy bottom or you had the gummy bottom, but you had the gummy bottoms or you had the jewels. Mid tops. We used to wear mid tops. People hate mid tops now. Like, what's wrong with
No,
it?
no. I'm bringing Miz back. I'm bringing Miz
Yeah,
back this summer.
everybody used to wear mids and neglected the shit out of that strap. That
I'm
strap.
going to get me a pair of icy white mid tops this summer. I have to, bro.
That
I have
strap
to.
clacked against each other every time you walked 4 miles. You neglected the shit out of that strap at the top of your mids until that shit was folded backwards. I remember that. Like, why we don't like mids no more?
I
I pray
just
mids make a comeback. I pray mids make a comeback.
so since they are bringing the jewel swoosh back, the which ones do I want? There was two pair that I think that they should bring back. There was a black pair with the icy blue bottom,
Uh-huh.
and then they had a white pair with the ice blue bottom.
Yeah.
I need both of those. I also got a pair of all white doogies with the gum bottom. Never worn them yet. They ain't touched the ground, but I do got a pair.
I feel like it's a good 6 pair of dookies that they can release, like how they do the panda dunks, like every month. That will probably
Dog,
sell every month.
I'm so sick of them fucking panda dunks.
They just dropped something today on finish line.
That's nasty.
I had it.
Speaking of dunks, are you a fan of dunks? Like,
I
has there
own
has
I
there been a
own
pair that you be like, I could fuck with this?
I own 1 pair of dunks and I've worn maybe twice.
The pandas?
I am not a fan of dunks. Um, I don't like the way they fit, and I don't like after you wear them once. To me, that's it. Like, they will never fit your feet again. If you wear dunks, you gotta wear them to just sit down. Because the minute you start walking in them and you actually put pressure on them, they're done for. They're done for.
I
So
feel like dunks come in great colorways.
they definitely have the greatest colorways, but it's definitely oversaturated. Um, and when they release Panda Dunks every month, it almost makes me sick. Like,
I
again,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I hate them fucking shoes. I do also. I feel like dunks is what Air Forces used to be. I remember when Air
yeah,
Force just had a run when
that's
it
a
was
fact.
all kind of crazy collabs
That's
and
a
the
fact.
crazy colorways. I feel like dunks now is what Air Forces were back when we were in like high school and
That's a fact.
early out of school.
That's a
Because
fact.
the NBA pack of Air Forces was fucking cold. And just the city pack, like it's a lot of packs of Air
Yeah,
Force. See, Nike, just a lot of shit you got in the vault. Boom, boom, boom. You can just re-release it.
that's a fact. Um, yeah, dunks are definitely oversaturated. Way too many colorways, but it's definitely the Air Force One or the Dookie of today. It's a cheap shoe that you can wear with anything over and over and over again, and
I think
nobody.
I do think the resale value on Dunks is crazy though. Because
Yeah,
for that shoe to only be like no more than $100 when it drops, and
and
then the resale you can get on it,
the amount of times it drops and the resale price is still up there. You mean to tell me it's people that still can't get a pair of Dunks if they wanted to for retail?
fact, fact.
All these months that go by, You get 12 opportunities a year to get a pair of Panda Dunks. If you don't hit, if you don't hit,
They restocked this shit 3 times in 1 week. I was like,
man,
fam,
every other
nobody's
day.
buying this shoe.
If it ain't on the
Nobody's
Nike
buying it.
app, it's on Finish Line, Foot Locker. They everywhere. They everywhere. And if you don't own a pair of Panda Dunks or got somebody a pair of Panda Dunks, I don't know what you're doing. Like I said, you get 12 opportunities a year to get Panda Dunks, and it'd be like 100K of them every time.
That's a fact. Hey, since you're sitting somewhere and you probably have a phone, you should pull up and see what is actually coming out this Saturday. Because
This Saturday,
I know it's more than just a pair of Jordans, because them shits come out every Saturday. Of if it's if it's
I
four
could definitely
Saturdays
check
in a
Finish
month,
Line and see
if
what
it's
Finish Line got. So this Saturday, it might they only showing those Jordans this Saturday. The 14s, the Royal Laney 14s. That's crazy.
I would appreciate if he brought back the Laney fives.
Yeah, you know what?
Laney
We got
fives.
two Laneys. We got two Laneys. I feel like they about to just start. I know Jordan brand. They about to try to just keep giving us the same thing.
It's not that many shoes that he did that came in a Laney colorway though.
But it's a plethora of silhouettes that they can make the Laney colorway. We've seen how many red and black alternates. We started to
But
show angry
I
with those.
I feel like if you put the Laney colorway on some 12s, it's gonna be ugly. Because it's now
It depends.
basically to make it look good, it's got to be a white shoe. It's got to
It
be a white
depends on the
pair.
color
It's got to be a
blocking.
white shoe.
It depends on the color blocking. It depends on the color
That's
blocking.
that's nasty, bro. Because if it's a white shoe, now the front pieces are either gonna be yellow or it's gonna be blue. That's gonna be nasty.
But they gave you the not the flu games. I can't think of the name, but they were blue.
French blue.
No. They were black, and then instead of where the red is on the flu games,
Oh,
blue.
the royal, yeah, royal blues, or yeah, royal blues, or
Something like
varsity
that.
blue, either
And then
something like that.
the Jumpman tab could possibly be yellow, and the 2-3 on the tongue could possibly be yellow.
I'm not here for Laney 12s, bro. The only other silhouette this is gonna look good on is some three.
Laney threes, Laney sixes, Laney
If they
six,
do Laney sixes, that shoe gotta be like new buck and blue.
Laney sixes.
New buck,
You know
new buck
what?
blue with yellow accents.
I don't know. They starting to oversaturate sixes. I feel like once you remember how back in the day, I felt like when the player was getting ready to be done with basketball or kicked out of the league or retired, they sent him to the Bucks. I
when
feel like
when did
I feel
that
like
happen?
I feel like whatever colorway you put on the six, it's that same feeling. Like it's about to be that colorway is about to be done. It's over with. I feel like that about the Raging Bull colorway. I can't stand the Raging Bull colorway. I feel like it's once it hit the six, it's about to retire. That's it. Because that
So you feel like we'll never
if
get
I
another
was to go
Georgetown
get my
colorway?
if I was to go get my sixes right now, I the way I was hyped about that shoe, like
What
oh
shoe?
the Toro sixes, I was like, oh yeah, them finna be nice. I'm thinking
Why
it's
were
finna be the
you
same.
why were
Man,
you hyped about that
I'm
shoe?
thinking because I had the Georgetown sixes, so I'm thinking that red finna be the same type of new buck that is the fresh. I remember when I first got my Georgetown sixes, I told you they looked like a blue nose pit. That was perfect, perfect, smooth. I get these Toros, they look like a fucking poodle. This shit is nappy. I hate them. I hate them. I, I should go get them. Because when I went to Foot Locker, the dude asked me, like, what do you rate these shoes? I said, I give them like a 7. I, they all right. They sixes. They're not oversaturated. I got them because I want, you know, typical sneakerhead stuff. But dude was like, yeah, I probably give him a 4.5. I'm like, what? So as I'm going home, I'm thinking about what he's saying. So I get to the house, I pull him out the box. I really look at him. I really look at him. I'm like, dude, exaggerating. I'm like, these like a 3. Like these are terrible.
he said he
like,
said the 4 was too
like
much.
these are, man. I'm like, I don't even think these are worth like trade bait. And I looked on Go after I got them, and a 9.5 is selling for like 230. It's a $200 shoe, tax 211. I'm like, extra $20 off of these. I'm like, for what? I'm like, I wear them though, because I got Sapphire 7, so I can't complain.
Yo, uh, is
Sapphire
that,
7, so I can't complain.
yeah, and you know what's so funny about that? Like the color, like that shoe really look good though. Like the colors is nice. It's a nice shoe. I cannot bring myself to wear it.
But you want to hear something even funnier about that? I hit those in Racine, and I went to get them. And the
Uh,
J5s. Remember the J5s?
yes,
I hit those in Jimmy Jazz and Racine, and I went out there to get them. I drove to Racine to get those.
I should go back and get a pair of J's. I
If
know
I
they're not. I know they're not going for much.
what's it? I got a question for you. What's a shoe you missed out on that you right now regret not going back to get? Like you look at it like I should get these, but you never do. What is that shoe?
Uh, that's recent. That just came out, or
It could be just came out. It could be whatever.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Them French Blue 13.
You
I
wish you would have. You wish you
I I look
you
I
want
look
to
at
get
those.
those?
I look at those and be like, damn, why I ain't
I
buy
should
these?
get these.
And
You,
then like I go on like StockX or Go, and I'm like, I should buy these. And then I just close the app. Eventually, I may come around to buying them.
you know what I thought it would have been for you?
Well,
UNC 13s. I thought it would. I thought that would have been the shoe for you. I thought you was gonna say that.
if it would have been white and baby blue, I'd have been all over those shoes. But
Oh,
black and
no
I
question.
just
We
I
have them
just
already. We wouldn't even be having this conversation.
right like that shoe should have been white and baby blue.
Now, do you feel
And
like
then
a lot of shoes that they make black in whatever color should be white in whatever color?
yes, yes. Some shoes should be black and then some shoes should be white. Like them UNC 13s, that probably would look
That
way
should have
better
definitely been a
if it
white
was
shoe, not black
it
at all.
look it look better if it was a white shoe.
Definitely should have been a white shoe.
What else should have been a white shoe?
Uh, I feel like the Dill Soles should have been a black shoe.
That probably would have been
I feel
cleaner
like
if it
that
was
should have been
black.
a black shoe. It would have looked like I want to say it's a PE that's black and yellow like that.
Yeah, those probably
I
would
have
have
to
been
get back.
clean if they was
I
black.
think it's a PE that's that color. Um, what else?
Yeah, most of the Jordan 13s that come out and they be black, you be like, this probably look a lot better if it was white.
Yeah,
Like I like my black and purple 13s, but it'd probably be a little cleaner if it was white. But there's already a pair of white
yeah,
white and purple 13s out.
yeah.
Which see, it'd be stuff like that. Like I'd be like, I should probably go back and get these. Cause it is just like a lot of shoes that came out when I wasn't even like buying shoes like that. And I'd be like, I should go back and get these.
Yeah, because those Bread 11s, the last time they dropped was 2019, and I'm tempted to go get a pair. It's only what 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's only $6,000. You got it. You a baller.
But you know what? My whole thing is I don't want to get them, and then I'd be like, man, it's my birthday or it's the holiday. let me just put them on. And I put them on, and them shits just like
They fall apart.
they like crumble. I was like, oh,
Yeah, that's another thing that I'm like, oh, like I get it that I ain't start collecting shoes until the pandemic. But that when niggas be like, yeah, I got this from like 95. I'm like, bro, that's not a wearable shoe. Do not
yeah,
put that
it's
on.
not.
I just
And
don't see how niggas was rocking shoes from 10 years ago. Like, hey, how do you still have that shoe?
but you see how easy it is to get shoes and like not wear them and not even think about wearing them.
Facts. And then you be ready to buy more shoes and not even thinking about what you got
Still ain't wore
in the
stuff.
closet already.
What's the oldest shoe you got that you haven't worn yet?
The oldest shoe that I got that I have now
Yeah.
worn.
What's DS right now? What's your oldest DS shoe right now?
Uh, shit, I don't think I have one. Like from when I first started buying shoes, I don't think I have an old shoe. Like when I first started buying shoes, everything got worn at least once.
So all your DS shoes probably been within the last year,
Yeah,
last 2022. So
yeah.
everything
In
you
the
got in
last
2021, you wore already.
everything from shit, I would have to go back and look and see what came out in like 2020.
Damn, your closet like that, sir?
It's not, bro. I really only got maybe 45, 50 pair of shoes. That's not a lot
Oh,
compared to shit the other niggas got.
times that by at least 210.
That's a lot of money spent on fucking sneakers. And
Right. Take right.
that's not even counting like the shit that I know I paid too much for.
Yeah. That's just bare minimum. We're not talking about anything you stock eggs or go anything you pay. We talk about $200 retail because
But then
you don't wear ones. You don't wear ones.
you
So
also
the
gotta
minimum you
take
paying is 210 for everything.
you gotta take in consideration though. I was buying J's before the price hike. So a lot of my collection I was only paying 190.
And now that brings me to another question. A lot of shit be 190, some things be 180, some things be 190, some shoes be 210, some be 200. What do you think is a good median for certain shoes? Like I know they like to charge higher for certain silhouette, but what's your silhouette that you be like, man, I'll probably charge 225 for these, or these would be 190 in my book, or I'll buy these for if they was
I think I think when Jordan Brand know they finna drop like a classic shoe,
mm-hmm.
so like Playoff 13, that's a classic. That's an OG. It's a re-release of an OG though. Like we Jordan wore these. I could understand that shoe being 220, 225. Because it's an OG. I feel like all OGs, I'm not bitching if it's 225. It's an
Right.
OG and he actually played in it. Collabs. You feel how you want to feel about a collab, but I think a collab is worth the 225 because you really buying it for the you buying it because you in the shoes, but some people are buying it because of the name that's attached to it.
Right.
So the DJ Khaled's or Travis Scott's, like I wouldn't mind if that was a little pricey because it's a collab.
But you know what? It ain't no price hike on Travis Scott's.
No, I'm just saying like if I was sitting in a Jordan office
Now,
and they was like, you make the prices. So like Jordan ones, 175, 180. That's not bad.
yeah.
And then like a regular Jordan release, 190. If it's a special collab, 225. If it's an OG, 225.
If it's a Khaled, if it's do you probably didn't pay attention, but Khaled's is more than Travis Scott's for retail.
How much was the Travis Scott?
Figure that out. Khaled's 225. Travis Scott's 150 retail.
I also feel like
I would never pay
we
70.
get more, we get more Travis Scotts than we get Khaled.
I
So
wish they would have continued the collab with Drake, the OVO collab. That was decent. I would prefer that over Khaled.
Drake got a pair of eights that I don't think ever dropped. And I ain't talking about the gold and white joints or the black. They were Kentucky Blues.
Anybody that could that mess with the eights, the tens, as far as a collab, in my
I,
book,
I would like a re-release of those OVO 10s.
ooh,
Now, if they was to put the OVO 10s and the white OVO 12s in a 2-pack, would you buy it?
a countdown pack.
Like a countdown pack.
What's the ticket on it?
That might be 500.
If I can hit through reservations or a raffle, if DTLR get them, because if they on Sneakers app, you
It's
know,
a dub. It's a dub. Ain't nobody winning.
it'll
L's,
automatically.
L's all day.
It's only gonna be friends and family if it go to Sneakers. But if it's everywhere, if it's a GR and it's 5, and that's, I'll get it. It
I
don't
don't
even.
think that
You know
I
what?
don't think
At
that'll
this
be a
point,
GR.
it
I
don't even
think
have
that'll
to
be on
be.
some raffle shit.
It don't even have to be OVO. It could just be that colorway in that pack for 500 for a general release. Oh yeah, yeah. We'll figure it out. I got
Yeah.
trade bait. We'll figure that 500 out, but I'll get them for sure. If the opportunity presents itself and the sun and the moon all align up, oh yeah,
All right.
that's gonna happen for sure.
Last point before we get out of here, because we actually been here for about an hour talking
Yeah,
sneakers.
about an hour and
I
15.
like the. You know what? I feel like when we start like we get this shit really rolling and we start like talking to other people,
Yeah, and adding more things to the show, like
we're gonna start making you
I
niggas
want to
show what's in your closet.
yeah, we definitely got to do that.
So don't come on here if you're not ready to show a few items out your closet. You ain't
Definitely.
gotta show us everything, but we gonna start a top 5. So I
Oh
want
yeah,
everybody. We gonna start your top 5 shoes in your closet. You have to
and
show
we
us
got to see
your
what you
5
still
favorite
got
sneakers.
DS too. We got to see what you got DS. What are you holding on to, and what you holding on to it for? What occasion is gonna make you unds them ones
Dog,
that you
I be thinking about stuff like that, and it's just like your voice be in my head because I be like,
man, it don't be nothing
yo,
that make you want to just like, oh yeah, I gotta unds
and
these.
then voice be in my head like, it's not time yet. It's not time.
Man,
Cause,
hey, I'm gonna try to unds a few things this summer.
Cause I was talking sneakers with a homie of mine, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I got these." I was like, "Oh, bad, those." He said, "I don't never see you wear them." Not time for them yet. Like
Yeah.
it's not
Throw that
time.
on grasshopper. Like how they used to do in school. They get the show on Saturday and wear it on Monday. It's not time.
It's not time.
You gotta wait.
Cause see, I like to be the nigga who be like, y'all fucked y'all's up. I still
Yeah,
got mine. Let me put like I ain't wore my green bean 5s yet. That might be some FOMO shit.
but that might be your oldest DS. When did
That
the
probably
Green
is.
come out?
Green bean 5s
Beginning of
was,
last year?
I think that was 2020, 2022.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
last summer.
like
Like a
probably
little
about
bit.
a year. Probably about a
Yeah.
year. Matter
Yeah,
of
last
fact,
spring.
the
That
word of
was
weird.
last spring I want to say. Cause them came out around the time of the J5. I think J5s dropped and then it was Green Bean 5.
Yeah.
If I'm correct, J5s dropped first, then it was Green Bean 5s. I passed on the J5s because I knew I wanted the Green Bean 5s.
In 3 days, it would be a year ago. They dropped May 28th of 2022.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. And
That's a long time.
a lot of people don't like the fact that the full shoe is in 3M. Because the OG green beans, I
Gotta
love
wear
them
them
shit.
at night.
Yeah. You know, a lot of shit that's it be because I don't really have nothing to wear with them just yet. But a good thing is I got friends that just make t-shirts, and in the summertime, all you do is need a t-shirt. I'm pulling out everything. Pause.
Mm. But I don't think you're gonna wear. I don't because it's shoes that you got that you never had intentions on wearing. You just
Sometimes
bought
it
them
be like that.
just because.
Or
You might not wear them green bean fives till another year from now. It's just the
be
point
like
that
that.
you got them when they
Yeah,
came.
I
You
wanted them, so I bought them. I feel you. Want them, so you
wanted them
buy
till you bought them. You didn't have no intentions on wearing them.
them. But
You
you,
remember the nostalgia hit and the FOMO at the same time.
I
You're like,
want to say,
I'm
no,
glad.
it be like that. I got the Lucky Green 13s. I wore them one time. I put my foot in that shoe twice. When they came to the house and I tried it on, I took a picture for the gram, and I
And
think I wore them out once.
you know what? The
I've only worn
majority of
my
my
Del Sols
shoes,
once.
I have never worn more than I think 4 times. Like I got beaters. Like I got like 2 pair of Yeezys that's beaters right now. I throw them on in my slides, so I throw them on to do normal day to day. But out of my collection or all the shoes I got, I probably haven't worn a shoe more than 4 or 5 times. It's shoes that I ain't like. It's crazy. It's wild. I don't know. I guess I can't explain it. It's just the point of just having shit.
Yeah,
The
you
point of just
just
having shit. Like I got choices. It's the point of choices.
sneakerheads love choices, man. You gotta have choices.
Yeah. And it all started with the cherry red twist. First shoe I lost on sneakers app. First shoe I bought on StockX. And then like you said, we're gonna show some shit out the collection. I've come a long way since the cherry red twist. So if you're trying to see how long I've been a sneakerhead, just look the release date for the cherry red 12s. That's when I started. First
That's
shoe I
what's
hit on sneakers app was the Bordeaux sixes.
yes,
First
I
shoe I
remember
hit,
that.
and
Oh,
I
like
got them, and I've been addicted ever since.
every sneaker has a story. I think what got me back in, or what got me to start it was pandemic. I bought the Indigo 12s. And I
I
bought
remember that.
those because them reminded me of the Obsidian 12s
Mm-hmm.
that came out when I was a kid. They was all blue with the white on the sides. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta have those. Cause I remember I had a pair when I was in school back in the day. It's like I
And
need those.
that's what started it for you.
And I hit on sneakers. I remember to this day what I was doing too. So it was drop day and I was at work
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of helping a customer. I was in the middle of helping a customer and I was like, yo, I was looking at my phone. I was trying to get her right. And she's like, you okay? I was like, I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss these shoes. And she was like, you know what? That's fine. I don't need. She was black, so she understood my pain.
So she know she
So,
must have got a dub on sneakers app before or an L.
so
One of the two.
she was like, that's fine. I don't need nothing else, man. Go ahead, do your thing. I had to dart to the bathroom,
Yeah.
get all my like, man. And this was, I think this was before my sneakers app had the face recognition, so I had to type everything in.
Oh, that's
And
probably
I
when
was,
sneakers app was a little easier back then. It probably was a little easier back then.
I remember I used to
A
catch
little
all type
easier
of.
back
I
then.
used to buy all type of shit from work. I should be working. I'm like buying shoes on the clock. Crazy.
Hey, probably the same thing going on to this day.
Oh, for sure. If I'm working and I need a drop, I'm definitely gonna like, hey, yo, I gotta pee. I'm
Man,
running to the bathroom, or I step in a spot where ain't nobody watching. But that's why I'm glad everything got facial recognition now. Except for
Sneaker,
them cool
sneaker
grays. My Nike
24.
app, my sneakers app kicked me out on drop day for the cool grays. I was almost sick with it.
Was that when they how many was that the day they dropped the 90K and we didn't hit?
That was the shock drop we did hit on. Yeah, they dropped them 90K.
That was so upsetting. That was like we was mad. We was like 98K and we can't get two pairs. We was really mad.
Man. Cause when you're a sneakerhead and you hear
I'm like, man,
like
shock drop. I
like
can get them early, and they got almost 100K pairs, and I can't get one.
can't get one out of 100, man. It's rough out here, bro. That 999,000.
Man, and they dropped 1 million pairs. It definitely was 1 million pairs of those. I think every 11 holiday shoe they make like 1 million pairs of them.
They do.
Wow.
I would like to see what never comes out.
If you want to see whenever you talking about like samples,
Like,
they get all,
like I texted you, I feel like for every Jordan low that they make, there's a high to it. I feel like it gotta be.
yeah, it gotta be a
Gotta be a
sample
high.
somewhere.
There's a sample somewhere.
It gotta be, but all the bullshit samples they give them to Fat Joe. Fat Joe is the king of having bullshit samples. That's his whole thing. Is like whatever they don't make the cutting board, chopping block, give it to Fat Joe. He'll take it. And
Yeah,
feel like they just the best shoe in the whole wide world.
He thought he was killing the game with them Rubik's Cube ones. I was like,
Yeah, the Craig Sagers, whatever the Craig Sagers, whatever them was, with all them.
The Rubik's Cube, that was a Rubik's. That was matter. Craig Sager ones is fire because them like plaid. It's got like all the colors of the suit he used to wear. Them type.
Whatever that
but
was.
The Rubik's Cube joints, yeah, them trash. Boo boo, throw them in the garbage.
Terrible.
Home away.
Them was the worst shoes that I'm like, yeah, give him all the samples because that's what he specialized in. Bullshit samples.
Bullshit samples. That nigga
Yeah,
bullshit.
give Fat Joe all the bullshit samples. Let DJ Khaled make all the bullshit collabs and just flood the community. It's wild.
But I like to thank y'all for, it is what it is. First episode of Kickboxing is in the books. A lot of niggas have been waiting on Juan to start a sneaker podcast. Well, here it is. It took me a while because I like to smoke weed and forget to do shit. But call me on the day, I'm fucking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and actually sober for the moment.
What?
But,
yeah.
Because I knew if I had went and got chopped, bro, this wasn't going to happen.
Hey.
But now that we know how to get in here.
We figured it out. Hey.
Now that we know how to get in here.
Definitely figured it out. Definitely figured it out.
We'll get the back end side taken care of because I need to know where this shit goes and how we can find it so we can start putting these episodes up on YouTube. Because I feel like we should work more off of but we can record it and then put it out. But if you ever just want to go live so we can talk to the community, see what they feel.
Yeah. We definitely could do that because we got to figure out even more tricks and everything because I know we OG overall. If it ain't OG, it ain't me. But I would like to get into some of these hype beasts like Travis Scott's. I would like to own a pair of Travis Scott's. I would like to, go to the other side. But for right now, I'm
OG. I'm OGGR. If it ain't a general release or if it ain't OG, I don't want to be a part of that.
Unless I get FOMO, then it's whatever at that point. I just need.
You gotta stop having FOMO, bro.
I just need something.
Being patient is so hard, though.
Next episode, I'm gonna grab all the shoes that I have FOMO with, and I'm gonna show them off. I'm grabbing all my FOMOs. I'm grabbing all the FOMOs, and I'm showing the FOMOs, and
I'll find my like 2 or 3 pair of FOMOs too.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure I didn't bought some shoes. I was like, I didn't need these.
Sapphire sevens. Hey, I'm gonna stop hating on Sapphire sevens because they legit. They
It's
legit.
a nice
Oh,
shoe. I
oh.
just felt like I wasn't there. I wasn't trying to be there for drop day. And I think was that
It,
shoe 210? Did we pay
it
210 for
was.
those?
It was 210.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, we
was
paid
210.
210 for those.
But the shoe that I would go back and get that I keep going to look, and I'm like, I should get these Cardinal sevens. Cardinal sevens have been in the back of my mind for a few weeks now. Why? I don't know, but I've been seeing them pop up, and I'm like, I should get these. And they're at stores. So I don't, it's not like I'm ordering them. I can actually see the shoe. I'm thinking about grabbing Cardinal sevens. That's one shoe I wish I want to go back and grab. I should have grabbed those instead of grabbing those Toros. That's what I should have did.
I think the only non-OG shoe that I think I might want to grab this year might be them infrared sevens.
Those come on in July, right?
I believe so. It's a July release date. Just around my birthday time. Birthday present to myself.
Look, I know we're supposed to get out of here, but
Yeah, we got 5 minutes.
do
We
you
can go
think
till 1:30.
do you feel like that infrared seven actually hits the mark, or is it gonna be one of those like it's an undersaturated shoe? We don't get a lot of sevens. I'm gonna get it because of that, or do you think it's a well designed shoe, like everything was well
I,
thought out?
I think the colors are nice because that infrared
Once black and red, once
shoe.
again, black and red.
But I feel like the way they put the infrared on this shoe, it don't really look red. Like if you look at that shoe, and then if you was to go grab like
Anything. It's
the red
similar to the
Oreo sixes.
infrared on the sixes when they had the infrared, not the black infrared sixes, but the white infrared sixes. It's almost that same type of like
I feel
reddish,
like
pinkish color.
right, and that's what I like. I'm like, it's not a deep red. Like if you was to look at like your Toros, or if you look at like your red Oreo sixes, it's not that red. It's more of a pink peaches kind of color, and it hits
Right.
off that white real nice. And again, we don't get sevens like that. So I would like to own more sevens
Yeah.
because
Because
low key, it's actually a comfortable shoe. That might be a top 5 comfortable Jordan. Sevens are nice.
they
They put
should
the
have
foot
made
in
it
them.
black. They should have made it black. I'm saying. I'm saying it. They should have made them black.
You
I
think so?
don't like that they made the infrared an all white shoe. They should have made it black.
Yeah, but
Should
I,
have been a
I
black
think
infrared.
I
Didn't
like
serve
that.
black infrared.
That's my only non OG shoe I want this year. Those infrared sevens. I
What?
like to see them re-release a hair seven. To be honest with you,
They could have gave us. They could have gave us that instead of infrared.
or
I
we
would have
need
took
a.
them. I would have took them. Or Raptors. Could have gave us the Raptor sevens. I would have took
I,
those.
we need a Looney Tunes pack.
They
We
drop in
really need
the they drop the infrared sevens and they're doing the chambray sevens, right?
Yeah,
Nobody asked for either one of those. They
yeah.
could have gave us
I kind of like the Chambray sevens, but I don't know if I'm gonna get them.
hair sevens and they could have gave us the Raptor sevens. The,
Marvin Martians are
the
low key
animal
on
pack, animal pack, hair sevens and Raptor sevens, and put them in a countdown pack. Call it the animal pack. I'll buy that for
I,
500.
I need some Marvin Martians though. Marvin Martian sevens. Now, if you give me Marvin Martian sevens and hair sevens and a Looney Tunes pack, 500, I'll buy that.
Somebody tag Jordan Brand. Like, we got to make this happen.
I need
We're
to.
we're sitting here telling them we'll pay 500 for that. Give it to us. If you only want to sell it to us too, we'll pay 500 for that. DM us, hit us up, get our shoe sizes, and sell us that pack for 500. We'll buy it.
500, I'll buy it. I'll
We'll
buy
buy
it.
it. I'll
I,
I'll definitely buy the Looney Tunes pack. 9.5. I'll buy it.
I,
500.
I would like some Raptor sixes.
You
I feel like a lot of 7 colorways you can put on a 6.
And that's what they're doing. But you know what? I don't know. Not
You know
every
them.
colorway, because remember, well, no, that's not a 7. Remember, they had the picture of the Aqua Sixes. You still like those?
Yeah, I still fuck with those.
Still fuck with them.
Is that this year? If that's
The
this year, I
new
might
buck.
get those too.
Hey, if that new buck isn't nappy, if it's not the nappy new buck, we might be in there. If it's not the nappy new buck,
I need Unbreakable to do an unboxing.
if it's not the nappy new buck, we might be on to something. But if it's the nappy new buck, it's an easy pass for me. Easy
that
pass.
that nappy new buck threw you off,
I
bro.
hate the nappy new buck. I hate it.
The nappy new buck.
I hate the nappy new buck. Any new buck I get now is gonna be compared to the Georgetown Sixes.
You just gotta go get a wave brush and brush your shoe. You'll be all right.
I didn't have to do that with the Georgetown Sixes, so I'm basing everything off of that.
You can't base everything off the Georgetown Six.
They have the ability to get me the greatest new buck ever, and which they did with the Georgetown Sixes, and now I'm spoiled. So if you're trying to give me the nappy new buck, I'm gonna have to decline. The new buck
Nappy new buck
it
is
has to
crazy.
be Georgetown Six quality new buck if you're doing new buck. You got Diddy balls on the shoes. I don't know.
Your shoe got dingleberries on it.
Yeah, I hate it. You ever? It's like when you got a lot of stuff to erase and you leave eraser savings there, but you don't blow them off yet. It looks
Yeah,
like that all over the shoe.
that's
And I feel like I
crazy.
want to blow up like
You
scrape.
gonna you gonna you gonna you gonna bring you take clippers. You give it a fade.
I may have to put a one guard on them. I'm just saying. If they're a waiver, I had to put a one guard on there. I had to put a one guard on there and trim the new buck off of there. Like
You bought a fade
I'm
shoe.
look. They part of the FOMO collection. So I'm gonna bring them down when
So
we do the
so
when I do my shoes that I had FOMO with. Hey, I'm gonna
so
bring them.
next episode we're gonna cover shoes that we have FOMO with.
We could
And
do top five. We could do top five because it's a lot
top
of shoes. We could do the top five shoes FOMO, the top five FOMO shoes.
okay, so we do top 5 FOMO. Oh, next episode we're gonna talk about Jordan mixing Jordans. Stop it. Stay away from it. Please do. That was that's nasty. I never want that era to come back.
They still
So
it never went away. It never went away. The mixing Jordans, it never went away.
that's nasty.
They hey, this it's gumbo Jordans now. They just look, it's goulash. It's goulash. They just adding whatever. But we'll say that. We'll say that. We'll say that for the next because it's
They be
hey,
taking random numbers,
it's
dog.
goulash.
They just spinning the wheel.
They,
They spinning the wheel. Shooting darts and
they,
dartboard.
they in Jordan brand
Ratatouille.
with a hat full of numbers, and they like grab five of them, and whatever five numbers they grab, they just. But we'll talk about that next week. We'll talk about that next week because man, you know it. It never went away. They just add more to it, more seasoning.
That's crazy.
Terrible.
But I like to thank everybody for coming out for this episode of Kickboxing. I am the pod guy, Juan. That is Kicks and
Yeah,
shit on Instagram, kicking crazy on Twitch. Make sure y'all give Uncle follow on the Twitchy and all the things that are possible to follow people on social media. Make sure y'all actually like the Instagram page too. Kickboxing on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow the page, man. Send me y'all shoes, showcase your heat. I got sneaker news, content, just anything sneaker related. You gonna see it on this page, man. So make sure y'all give us a follow. And Until next time, we gotta get the fuck out of here, man.
Peace.